What's good, everybody? Appreciate you checking in. All right, we're here. The countdown started only a few days away from our matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. Week one, we're going to SoFi. Rumor has it that we are going to flood SoFi, which isn't surprising because SoFi is our home away from home. And so this is going to be a huge matchup for a lot of reasons. I'm going to kind of break that down. But if you're excited, if you're stoked for this week one matchup, hit that like button. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. My next giveaway is at 4,000 subscribers. So if you want to be included in that, hit that subscribe button. But let's kind of get into this, right? This week one matchup is huge for a lot of reasons. Not only is it week one, it's a division rival, but more importantly, there was a lot of Raider fans that were torn on whether or not they wanted Antonio Pierce or Jim Harbaugh. And this is going to be huge because I'll tell you right now, AP's got to go into Los Angeles, prove those fans wrong, that we chose the right person, to be that head coach in Antonio Pierce. And so this is going to be huge. In addition to that, we got to come away with a win because if you look at what our next game is, we got to go to the East Coast and play a really tough Ravens team. And so we got to make sure that we pull away a win here so that if we do go into the Ravens game, we want that momentum of having that first win. But at the same time, we cannot start this season 0-2. And so this game is huge. There's a lot on the line. And I hate to say it week one, but there's a lot going into this game. So pulling out a win in SoFi is going to be absolutely vital to start this season. And so in this video, I kind of want to touch on some of the things that I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be paying attention to throughout this game, some of the key matchups that I'm going to be looking forward to watching. And I'm going to go through this. And so come along with me. Some of the matchups that I'm going to be looking for, and let's talk about the offensive side first, right? Some of the key things I'm going to be looking for is number one, I want to see us establish the run game right out the box, right? We didn't invest a ton of money in the quarterback position. And so we know that this offense is going to run through the ground game. And so I want to make sure that we set the tone early. I want to establish the run game. I want to get in front of the sticks on first down, right? On first down, I want to see Zamir White kind of get into the groove of the game and find ourselves in that 2nd and 4, maybe 2nd and 3 situations where on that first down we get at least 5 to 7 yards. I want to see us get ahead of the sticks, which allows Luke Getsy to kind of open up that offensive playbook and have those opportunities on 2nd and 3 to possibly go deep, right? Take a shot to go deep. And so I definitely want to see us really establish the run game and kind of set the tone for this game. And that's going to bring me to my second. My second key is I want to see us take shots deep. We understand that Gardner Minshew is going to take some opportunities downfield. And I want to see that. I want to see Trey Tucker be that guy. I want to see us at least 3 to 4 times take that deep shot downfield. Make sure that Chargers defense has to play honest, stretch those safeties back instead of them feeling comfortable around that 12 to 15 yard range. Make sure that they set back maybe 17 yards because that's going to open up everything else. It's going to open up Devonta Adams, Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, even some of our running backs going out of the backfield. It's going to set these guys up to kind of eat and just thrive in that 30 yards and under territory. And so I want to see us take some deep shots. I want to see Trey Tucker. If we take 3 to 4 deep shots, I want to see him catch at least 1 or 2. Catch 1 or 2 deep shots, 40 plus yards down the field. So it opens up everything else. And those are momentum shifters. Those are momentum swings. I mean, if we're sitting on our own 30 and we take that deep shot and just in one play, all of a sudden we find ourselves in field goal range, that's those momentum swings that I want to see. So I definitely want to see us take those deep shots. And then I want Gardner Minshew to play smart football, right? Again, take those opportunities to go deep, take those calculated risks, some of those chances. But I also want to see Gardner Minshew do what he was brought in to do, right? He won this quarterback battle mainly because of, one, he's a veteran. 2, he allows Luke Getsy to kind of open up his offense a little bit more, right? Luke Getsy likes to run a lot of RPOs, and that's Minshew's game. He does it very well. But in order to kind of have that success, Gardner Minshew is going to have to use his legs a little bit. So one of the things I want to see out of Gardner Minshew is I want him to get 1 or 2 first downs with his legs, all right? I want to see us in that 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, he drops back to pass, and he gets that first down with his legs. Okay, because that's one of the most frustrating things with mobile quarterbacks, and Patrick Mahomes is one of the best at it, where you could have the best coverage downfield. You can think you got them stopped, and what he does is he gets that first down with his legs, and it's like body shots as a boxer, right? That's the hardest thing is when those quarterbacks, you think you got everything covered downfield, all of a sudden they make that first down off of a 3rd and 3, just by using their legs. I mean, they do that. If you do that 2, maybe 3 times a game, those are like body shots that's just deflating for a defense. It's deflating for a team where you just allow that quarterback to just get that first down with his legs. So I want to see Gardner Minshew get at least a couple first downs with his legs on that 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 type of situation, and just keep that defense honest, keep that D line honest. And so I want to see Gardner Minshew use his legs a little bit. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And the last thing on the offensive side that I want to see is this is our first game of the season. And one of the hardest things about the first game of the season is you truly don't know what the other team's strategy is going into this game, right? One of the things that we can say is Jim Harbaugh, just the way that the makeup of this team is he's going to want to run the rock, right? He's going to want to pound away at you. But that remains to be seen. And so one of the things that I think Luke Getsy has to do is he's got to be on his A game when it comes to in-game adjustments. We're going to come in with a certain game plan, but when you get hit, it's like the saying with boxers, right? You have a game plan until you get hit in the face. That's the same with Luke Getsy. I want to see how Luke Getsy adjusts, how his in-game adjustments are, because that I think is going to be the key. Now, in-game adjustments are always huge in every game, all right? Because it's always a chess match. It's not checkers, it's chess. But this game is the most important because you really don't know what their true strategy is going into a week 1 matchup. So I want to see Luke Getsy and how he adjusts during, whether it be kind of into that second quarter or even at what's that halftime adjustment. How does Luke Getsy adjust in order for our offense to continue to capitalize and potentially come out with a victory? And so that's kind of the 4 things that I want to see on the offensive side. All right. Number 1, I want to see us establish the run game. Number 2, I want us to take deep shots. I want to extend this defense, make that defense cover the entire part of the field. So take deep shots downfield. I want to see Gardner Minshew play mistake-free football, but at the same time, I want to see him use his legs. I want to see him get maybe a couple first downs on those 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s. I want to see him use his legs to create opportunities and kind of extend drives. And lastly, I want to see how Luke Getsy can make adjustments in game as the game goes on. And so those are kind of my keys that I'm looking for. I think those are my keys to victory. So let me know in the comment section down below, what are your keys to victory? What are you looking for when it comes to the offensive side for this week 1 matchup going against the Chargers? And now let's jump to the defensive side. Let's look at the defensive side. Some of my keys that I'm looking for in the defensive side is I need our D-line. I want to see our D-line get to Justin Herbert. We got to get to him, right? I do think that Jim Harbaugh is going to want to run the rock, but at the same time, you still have an elite quarterback under center. And so I want to see us get to Justin Herbert. I want to see us get the Chargers into rough territory, right? If they try to run on first down or if they try to pass on first down, I want to be able to get to Justin Herbert and create that 2nd and 13, 2nd and 15 type of situation to where now it kind of puts them in a hole. So I want to see our D-line. Our D-line is going to be the heart and soul possibly of this team. Right. And so I want to see this D-line dominate this game. We got to get after Justin Herbert. And one of the ways that we do this, and this is kind of my second key that I'm looking forward to and I want to watch out for, is I want to see Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz get after these 2 tackles, right? You got Rashawn Slater on the other side. You got Joe Alt, the rookie, the young rookie on the other side. I want to see us take advantage of these 2 tackles. All right, Rashawn Slater is a very good offensive tackle. He's going to be on the left side, and they're moving Joe Alt to the right side. I want to see us pick on this tackle, especially the rookie, and get after Justin Herbert. We got to expose the rookie. Yes, he's touted as one of the better rookies coming out of this year's draft. They're saying that he could be one of the best tackles eventually in this league, but we got to expose it. I want to see Malcolm Kuntz and I want to see Max Crosby get after Justin Herbert all game long. So I want to see us just come off that edge as hard as possible, be as aggressive as possible, and get after Justin Herbert. Now, one of the other things that I am going to be watching out for, and this is going to be huge, is how do our corners, Jack Jones and Jacorian Bennett, how do they match up with this really second tier type of wide receiver group? I mean, this isn't a very good wide receiver group with the Chargers. You got Joshua Palmer, you got Quentin Johnson, which was the first rounder, for the Chargers last year. You got DJ Chark, which is and he's kind of getting to his older years. Yes, he's a tall, fast wide receiver. He can stretch the defense, but he's no longer really touted as a number one receiver at all. He's, and then you got the Chargers tight end, which is Hayden Hurst, which I don't even know if you can consider him a second tier tight end anymore. And so they have this receiver core that is not very good. You could easily say, you can make an argument that it's just a receiver core of a bunch of number two receivers. And so I want to see, how does this cornerback room, how does Jack Jones, how does Jacorian Bennett match up? Because if we can't shut this receiver core down of the Los Angeles Chargers, then I think we're going to struggle a little bit as the season goes on. Now, again, I understand it's week one. All right. But you got to take advantage of opportunities as they come. And this is a great opportunity to kind of gain momentum in the secondary, especially with these corners, right? Jack Jones, still got to prove you can be that true number one. Jacorian Bennett, you got to prove that you can be a solid number two. This is your opportunity to do it. Don't play down to their level. That's one of the worst things in sports, right? Is when you play down to your opponent's level. Now, I want to see us elevate our play, knowing that you're going against a bunch of number two receivers. I want you to elevate your play and lock these boys down, lock this receiver core down, and show that we can be that top tier defense. Because in my opinion, I think the difference between us being a top 10 defense versus a top 5 is our cornerback play and as well as our linebacker play. And so if we can find if Jack Jones can be that number one and Jacorian Bennett can prove he could be a solid number two, that could definitely move us into potentially being that top 5 defense going into the season. And so again, guys, these are my keys. Offensively, I just kind of ran them down. Defensively, I want to get after Justin Herbert. We got to go after Justin Herbert. I want to see Malcolm Koonce, Max Crosby expose these offensive tackles. I want us to get after that quarterback, but then I also want to see Jack Jones, Jacorian Bennett. I want to see you lock down these second-tier receivers. Show that we can be that top 5 defense that we think we can be. And we got to do it through the cornerback position. And so kind of, guys, that's my take. I appreciate you sticking with me, but that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm going to be focused on this week one matchup going against the Los Angeles Chargers. So again, let me know what your keys are. What are you looking forward? What are you paying attention to this matchup? And what do you think is going to be our key to victory going into this week one matchup? So again, appreciate you sticking with me. Like this video, hit that subscribe button. My next giveaway is at 4,000 subscribers. So if you want to be including that, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. So I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.